It's your boy Charles. Charles on as well, just checking in. Hope you guys are having a good evening. We are getting ready to delve into another book audio reaction. Let's go ahead and play it, and I'm gonna come back with my reaction. Appreciate it, guys.
Scarface's influence on gangster rap. Scarface may have had more effect on rap than any other film. The 1983 movie starring Al Pacino traces Cuban immigrant Tony Montana's rise from a petty drug dealer to kingpin status. Montana's rise to power, his code of ethics, his street savvy, and his memorable lines appealed to members of the rap world who felt they could identify with the character's hopes, dreams, ambitions, and struggles. Albums from the Geto Boys, Scarface, and others liberally used Scarface's theme music and score, and made several of Montana's catchphrases, "Say hello to my little friend," "And all I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one," famous by incorporating them into several songs and choruses. In 1989, the bleak reality of American inner-city life was becoming more well-known by the rest of America. In August, the Federal Bureau of Investigation said that the number of violent crimes reported nationwide in 1988 was 1.56 million, an increase of 5.5% from the previous year, and an all-time high. This represented increases in aggravated assaults, robberies, murders, and rapes. Nearly half of the 18,269 murder victims in 1988 were black, meaning that blacks were being killed at a rate that was more than 4 times what it should have been relative to their percentage of the U.S. population. These sobering statistics helped fuel the steady growth of gangster rap, as Ice-T, NWA, and Ice Cube were changing the direction of rap in Los Angeles. Another rap entrepreneur was making moves in Houston. James Prince, also known as J Prince, Little J or J, a used car salesman, had founded Rap-A-Lot Records in 1986 with the intention of becoming a major player in the emerging rap world. The Texas businessman's debut group proved to be his most significant. Originally called the Geto Boys, Rap-A-Lot Records' flagship crew initially consisted of rappers Raheem, K9, Sir Rap-A-Lot, and Sire Jukebox. Scarface, who had yet to join the outfit, remembers their first release, Car Freak, as being one of Houston's first rap releases. Although gangster rap from Los Angeles, in particular, was steadily becoming more prominent, the majority of rap was still coming from New York, its birthplace. Everything else was coming from New York, and the stuff that was coming out of Houston sounded so far behind. It was like crackerjack rap, just super simple rhymes not saying shit that could have been printed on the back of a pack of some kitty snacks. Scarface said, Car Freak wasn't crazy, but it gave Jay something to build on. A savvy businessman with a talent for marketing, J Prince was modeling his fledgling imprint on 2 of rap's premier talents of the era, LL Cool J and Run DMC. Raheem, who left the Geto Boys after Car Freak to embark upon a solo career, was the LL Cool J equivalent, even going so far as to appear on the cover of his The Vigilante album in 1988 wearing a red Kango hat, LL Cool J's signature choice of headgear at the time. On their debut album, 1988's Making Trouble, the Geto Boys, now composed of Sire Jukebox, Prince Johnny C, and DJ Reddy Red, and featuring dancer Bushwick Bill, rapped in a bombastic tag team style similar to the one Run DMC employed. Musically, the production on the early Geto Boys material was often bare bones and percussion-driven with a smattering of rock guitars thrown into the mix. Lyrically, the rhymes were neither distinctive nor memorable. All music called the album clunky and derivative. Thus, rather than making a name for itself by bringing a new perspective and energy to rap, It was as if Rap-A-Lot Records was merely making its own version of material patterned after that of rappers who were already successful. Raheem, for his part, was talented and enjoyed regional success with his singles Dance Floor and The Vigilante, but he didn't break through as a solo artist, at least in part because his sound wasn't particularly distinctive, and he was viewed by those outside of the region as an LL Cool J knockoff. But J. Prince had a plan for the Geto Boys. In 1972, the funk and soul band War had released the album The World is a Ghetto. J. Prince, embracing a belief similar to the one presented by the album's title, determined the kids in the ghetto needed a group to represent them, to talk how they talked, to articulate what they felt. These kids were downtrodden, and J. Prince was looking for a crew of artists to execute his vision. Not believing the existing members of the Geto Boys could implement his concept, J. Prince revamped the group's lineup. Bushwick Bill, who had dwarfism and who had been a Geto Boys dancer, was already in the fold. And J. Prince signed Golden Gloves boxer rapper Willie D after he won a string of rap battles at Houston's Rhinestone Wrangler nightclub. Scarface, who originally recorded as DJ Action and changed his name in honor of the title character of the 1983 film starring Al Pacino, earned a spot at the label after battling Geto Boys member K9, who happened to be J. Prince's brother. After losing to Scarface, K9 was no longer in his brother's flagship group. With holdover DJ Ready Red, the new lineup of the Geto Boys was set. Rappers Scarface, Willie D, and Bushwick Bill, and producer DJ Ready Red. After the success of Schoolie D, Ice-T, Boogie Down Productions, and NWA, all of whom had sold hundreds of thousands of records rife with talk of guns, illicit sex, and violence, the underground rap world was ravenous for more. Given that no Houston rap act had made either a critical or commercial dent in the rap world, and because of the bland fare on their debut album, the Geto Boys was an unlikely group to push gangster rap forward. But where Making Trouble contained mostly typical rap bluster and such songs as You Ain't Nothing and I Run This, and featuring relatively tame lyrics about robbery on the title track, the new cast of the Geto Boys infused extreme levels of violence, paranoia, sex, drugs, and profanity into their next project, 1989's Grip It on That Other Level. Whereas much of the music and lyrics on Making Trouble is quaint, Grip It on That Other Level was anything but. The album's sonics were forceful, and the rhymes ribald, rambunctious, and rancorous. Grip It on That Other Level also featured sound bites from Al Pacino's portrayal of crime lord Tony Montana in Scarface, woven into the fabric of several songs throughout the album, mainly his yelling, "Fuck you, man," and "I'll bury those cockroaches," and his faux Cuban accent. On Do It Like a G.O., Grip It on That Other Level's opening track, J. Prince, going as Little J, appears on a conference call with Willie D and Scarface and laments that he's tired of being disrespected as a black businessman and that he won't sell out. J. Prince then orders the group to take it to the other level of the game. The Geto Boys did not disappoint. On Do It Like a G.O., Willie D boldly took the unprecedented step of dissing the rap industry elite, all of whom were located in New York at the time. The East Coast ain't playing our songs. I want to know what the hell's going on. Everybody know New York is where it began, so let the ego shit end. Willie D's comments would be akin to a child talking back to their parents for the first time. All the emerging labels putting out rap music, Def Jam Recordings, Jive Records, Tommy Boy Music, Profile Records, Select Records, Next Plateau Records, and Cold Chillin' Records, as well as Sleeping Bag Records and its sub-label Fresh Records, were located in New York, save for the rising Los Angeles-based Priority Records. The men running rap labels had been largely content with signing and working with local talent up to this point. The rap business had also been fighting the larger music industry to get exposure in the mainstream press and on the radio, with little success. Things were changing though, thanks to the fledgling Yo MTV Raps.